the finished look and what is successfully styled. Now this is how it's looking currently after we've actually dried it under the sun. And for this process, like I said earlier on my live stream, I said we're gonna be using just our oil to style this hair, to like do like the finishing touches and all that. And then if need be, we're gonna be using our hot comb. Yeah, this is the hot comb that I use. Right now I've not plugged it, but if need be, we're most likely going to using our hot comb to basically flatten the closure area. But of course it's already flattened, yeah. But then you still need to do like a little finishing touch. And then, like I said earlier, we do not need um the most important part of this hair that you need to pay attention to, which is the mistake that a lot of you make. You always think that, oh, that this hair, after styling, that is it. You do not need to do like a finishing touch. Trust me, your finishing touch cannot be over. Or air drying under the sun. And remember when we styled this hair, it was very, very full. Like in my previous video, you can see that it was really, really full. And I told you guys that after styling, this is what it's going to look like. This is a pixie coil wig, and right now it's not looking full. And I also told you what you're going to do when you want to make it feel or look very, very full, right? So now the next thing you want to do now is to go in with our oil, just like this. Yeah. And then you rub it in between your palms. And you're not going to start from the top. You're going to start from the bottom because this is the area that most likely needs the oil. Now, let me raise this up properly so you see what I'm doing. Now, here, you're going to go from under my other palm. There's oil on my palm now. You're going to go like this and all the way down. While you're pulling the hair down, you go like this and you pull the hair. You might want to section it, so when you go in, you pull it down, make sure that it's not crunchy. You pull it down. Now I'm going to show you the difference between the area that I've already applied the oil and the difference with the area that I've not yet applied the oil. So you see what applying your hair serum does to your wig after styling. Hence the reason why I would, most likely emphasize on always making use of your hair serum. Okay? Cannot be stingy with your product and you need to pay attention to the hi Deborah. How are you doing? This is the part that has not been touched. I have yet to apply my hair serum on that section. But then this is the part that I am applying my serum to now, and I'm going to release it very soon. I'm going to release it so you see the clear difference from the part that we've not applied serum. Now, look at that. Look at that. It looks very full, right? And then look at this part. It's still very straight. Now, if you feel like your hair serum is not enough, you can actually go ahead and apply more. So I'm going to take another puff again and I'll rub it in between my palms and then I'll basically go in on the other section just like that, just like that. I like to section it into two or three so it's easier for me to apply my section. Okay, so this is so you release it, it's free because currently it's very, 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 very free. Look at that. Okay, so we're going to repeat this process on this part. This section doesn't have like the oil. use hair mousse on your hair, is most likely going to have frizz. So now you're going to go in again. And for this process, you're going to be needing a lot of oil. Like you're going to be needing, so just like that. I don't know why this keeps going down. Okay, that's it. So you're going to need a lot of serum for this process. So look at that. So while you're applying, you always make sure to pull it down. If you want it to have this bomis like look, so you have to pull it down while you're applying your hair serum. You pull down, okay, so that by the time it gets into your client or when you want to use it, it's not looking all dry and frizzy, right? So just like that, you're gonna apply. Right now, if you remember, we're yet to apply it on top of our hair. We're yet to apply it on this area. So we need to focus more on this area. Then I'll show you how to apply it more on top of the hair, just like that. So basically, the thing that if you just go in more, because when it comes to coily wig, you see heatless, you see coily wig, and you see um more with oil and water. Okay, that's the one thing that you okay. So you just apply basically. You apply looks like already. This is how the bottom looks like. The body rather looks like. Look at that wave. Look at that wave. Look at that. Okay. So you're gonna apply. Look at that. For that shine. So if you want this shine, you basically just need to apply more of your hair serum, and then you're gonna get this shine. And now the next thing you wanna do is the bottom. I know that most people would not pay attention to that, but it's actually part of defining your curls and it's very very important. So you just apply and then you scrunch it up. You scrunch it up, okay? You scrunch it up. Now you're gonna take the remaining part and then you apply it on top of your hair just like that. I'm gonna be unraveling this wig. I'll take out the band so you guys can see how the wig looks like. And I'm also going to be styling another wig. I have a blonde cut wig. Oh my god, I like styling that wig so much because of the aftermath. Like it looks very very nice. But then blonde cut wig requires a lot of attention, if you all know, because it's really really light, and I really do not understand the technology behind that because I feel like if you just styled your hair, it's not supposed to have like a lot of flyaways, yeah. But then when you've worn it like one or two times, you're going to notice that the flyaways are much, okay? And I'm sure that you do not want that. So I'll show you how to properly style it and then how to properly get rid of flyaways, okay? So basically, this is it. So now to the part we've all been waiting for. This is like the finishing touch, and regardless of whatever it is you do, if your finishing is not as good, you're most likely going to the job is most likely going to look quack, right? Now we've done this, we're gonna need our scissors, but before then, let's take out the band and make sure that everything is in place. Now this is what it looks like basically. This is what it looks like. Look at that curls. When we're styling this wig initially, when we use our water and our stick to style this hair, we saw how to notice how to prepare it and not just do what we need to properly style this hair. But look at that, look at the finishing, look at the finishing. You can actually wear this anywhere, like anything to wear it anywhere, and nobody feels that thing. Now let's come to the top part. You just apply it and then you remove that. It is very very remove that. I mean, when you start to say you need to dilute it, like a little hair mousse, because we want to achieve that very 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 fine hair, right? Just like this. So for that purpose, we're going to be applying a lot of hair um hair serum in order to unfreeze the hair. Okay, in order to unfreeze the hair. going to take out this time now so you guys can see how well the major area is defined. Okay, and let me know how to define your major very well. Your edges that are actually facing. I'm going to be sharing another one. I'm going to show you how to properly define your edges, the right product to use, and which products and tools are basic tools that you have lying around the house that look like this, not using for anything. So, basically, we're going to take up this time now, like I said, and this is the center view. Yeah, this is the center view. Um, I think this is where I set just like down. So take out this, this is the chicken, by the way. So once you start with it, you need to get this chicken. It comes, I think it's around 15 pounds. Right? So you need to get it. So I actually would like to get this right when cooking making my hand because it's this this very fast food that I like. Now let me take out this gently so you guys can see the after we do. And you guys, if you don't know how style it is, I'm going to make you educate you on how style it is now. Of course, I will do. Out. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Oh my god, this is so beautiful. I'm gonna take it out now. I'm gonna unveil it. Oh my god. I'm also very excited. I want to see the after look. Not after sweating this way. I really want to see the after look. Ta-da! Let's count to five. One, two, three, four, five. Is that five? Alright, guys. Let's count again. One to ten. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, ten. Ta-da! There you go. This is the after look. This is the after look of this week, guys. If you want me to wear this wig so you see how it looks on me, please leave a comment. Is that this part feels very dry, so we're going to have to apply a little bit of hair serum, just a little. So you're going to basically take a little on your palm like this, and you're going to raise the hair because this is a frontal wig we're working with. So we're going to raise the hair like this, and then we'll start applying from the down part, and then we come all the way to the front part, which is very visible. So we apply it because it has like some white cast, and I think that was caused by my by the type of hair um, hair mousse that I use. Hence the reason why I explained the importance of getting a quality hair mousse. Now, if you do not know the type of hair mousse to get, you should also leave a comment, and I'll make a video about that. It's actually very easy. Okay, or better still, I'm going to show you the type of hair mousse that I personally use, and also the type of holding spray that I use. So yeah, this is basically this is what we have. And show you guys. Look at that. Now we've not taken out the band, or we've not taken out the pins. You see that the pins that I used to secure it are still here. So I'm going to take out the pins, and I'm most likely going to try it on so that you guys can see what it looks like on me. Right now, this is my bare face. This is my hair, and I still have it put on the hair. So I'm going to try it so you guys can see what it looks like. Let me get yeah. So you have to use like 2 weeks to start. So you guys are going to make me fix it on 5 So we have to keep system and the system. We do the blend we look like we start now. So just by the time we're done, we're moving on the technology. So let's try this thing. All the guys to see what it looks like. And then let me this one to start. Get out the blend. Okay, let's very quickly. I don't know what it is. Get out the blend. Then start the blend. So just the blend. I'm going to start the color. And just the color. Let me start with the first. actually a blue yeah. So this is where it looks me and start styling. So I usually style this one since she doesn't like how this video style. So I'm gonna style it again. Actually ask that okay, that she doesn't say that I'm gonna do two of that instead of taking it again. So this is what it looks like currently. Yeah, and she said she doesn't like how it looks. Actually don't think anything is wrong with it because you know how everybody has like their preferences. So this is what it looks like. Anytime that's the thing like I'm not sure if I'm going to start this first or start the colored one that I just showed you. This colored one. This one is actually start. So we go to so if you say you want to start the colored one, when the colored one comes, I'm going to start the colored one. Yeah, this one is the blend. So this one is the video one. And this is what the blend. Hi, Devon. So check your lessons. Let's go to them. And when you say can't hear you, oh my God, are you serious? You can't hear me. I actually have like my AirPods. Can you hear me now? Gwen the child, can you hear me? So if you want me to style the curly wig, the colored one, let me know if you want me to style the colored one or the blonde one. That's what I said. Okay, that's perfect. So let me know if you want me to style. Now this blonde, I think this actually looks good on me. So maybe the styling is different, a bit different, and I don't like it. But I think this color is this one is yeah, this one now. But as soon as you back up, it goes back out. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Okay, let me take my other sort of AirPods and see if it's better. Is it just you or every other person cannot hear me? Can you hear me now? Is it clear? So let me know if you can hear me and if I should continue. So should I style the blonde one or should I style the colored one? So let me try the colored one. I said, and you are back on again. Okay, I think that's great. Now this is what the blonde looks like. This is what the blonde looks like. I really don't think it looks good on me as much as this gold. So let me try on the blonde wig and see. These are my bare hair looks like. So let me try out this one. So you guys pick which one do you want me to style first? Should I style the blonde one or should I style the colored one? So this is what the colored one looks like. I actually think this is better. What do you guys think? So yeah. This This looks better, but then it's going to come out really nice after styling. It's going to come out better after styling. Yeah. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So what do you guys think? Gwendy, what do you think? Should I style this or should I style the colored one? So this is how the back looks like currently. Okay. This is how it looks like. So let me know which one you would want me to style first. Look at that. This is so cute. This is so cute. I think I like this. I like how it frames my face. I like the color. So we're going to style this one. But before then, we're going to have to take out this coily wig on the mannequin that I styled yesterday. This looks really nice. I know. So I used like some pin, some office pin to just pin it to the mannequin. So I'm going to take out those pins and then, you know, we're going to style. So I'll take out this and I'll also try it on to be sure that it's actually okay. So I'll take it out and then just like that. I was supposed to use like my hot comb because I think I still have like um my wax stick around this area, but that is not the issue. So let me just take this out first and then I'll try it on and then we're going to style the next hair. You guys, I need to know which of the hairs would you want me to style? Should I style the colored hair or should I style the blonde hair? Which one would you want to see on me? Well, let's take this out first. Let's take this out and try it on. I actually don't have any issue with this. I actually think that the glueless on this one is actually perfect. So it actually fits very well. But let's take out the what's it called? Let's take out the pin first. Okay, let's take out the pin. I'm almost done, so I'm gonna try it on. Trying it on now. Trying it on. Let me take out the pin. This is a frontal wig, hence the reason why the pin is a lot. Okay, it's too hot for that. I'm just basically trying on a wig, so it's not like I'm going to wear it all day. I'm just trying it out. So yeah, this is what it looks like on the mannequin currently. So when I wear it, you're gonna see like a different look. Okay, so let me take it out. I think I still have a little. Okay, I have like some things around here, so I don't rip off the list. So we're gonna take it out from the back. If there's any more, oh, okay, I think there was glue here. I was supposed to take out this glue before styling. So this is what it looks like currently. This is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna wear it now. Um, so you see what it looks like. So when putting on your wig, you're most likely going to have to. What's funny, Alicia? You're most likely going to put it on like this from the back, just like this. Okay. So that way it's easier to adjust when you're wearing it at the front, just like this. So this is what this hair looks like currently. This is what it looks like currently. Do you guys think it looks good on me or not? Let me move it to the middle. Okay, this is what we have. So do you think it looks good? Because I actually think it does. This is what it looks like from the back. It's actually really full, like it's really, really full. But I know that it's not lengthy, but it's really, really full. This is what it looks like when you split it into two. And look at that colors, guys. Alicia, say very nice, Mama. Thank you so much, baby. So yeah, look at that. Look at that. Those juicy colors. Yeah. So yeah, we're good to go. I guess it's actually nice. I think. In as much as I'm going to also have to use my hot comb to just properly flatten it. Yeah, so that's that for this week. So I'm going to be styling either of those ones. So let me know which one you want me to style in the comments. Do you want me to style the blonde or do you want me to style the colored wig? And then I'll just put it on the mannequin and then I'll style. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much. So I'll just put it on and style. So let me know which do you prefer, the blonde. I'm not really a fan of blonde wigs, so I'm most likely going to go for this. But if you're like me, or if you're not like me, and then you want me to style the blonde wig, let me know in the comments. Okay. Now this one, this is a coily pixie. I styled it yesterday. I think I styled it yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Look at that color. So I'm gonna take it off now and then I'm gonna go for either of these. So let me know which one you would want me to start. So let me take this out and also change my mannequin hair because I'm most likely not going to use this mannequin hair to style. So just like this, let me put it here. Okay, I actually think this looks good though. This looks good. I don't feel like taking it off, but I have to. So now let's, just put it on this mannequin. I have I think I have four of this. I have the one that, I think five actually. I have some that have their face and then some that don't. Two don't have like a face, but two has. So yeah, this is it basically. So we're gonna take this one aside and then we're gonna start styling the rest. Okay, so guys, I'm yet to get your comment. Which of the wigs would you want me to style? Do you want me to style the blonde wig or do you want me to style the colored wig? Which one? Which one? Which one? Okay, so now this or that, this or that, this one or this one. Which one are we styling? Which one are we styling, guys? This one or this one? Being a brown girl, I never liked blonde. Maybe something that complements my complexion. Actually, like I finally found someone like me because I was wondering, let me try this blonde again so you see what I'm talking about. I was actually wondering, I'm like, is there anybody like me? Because I really don't like blonde, and I actually don't think blonde looks good on me. I think colored actually looks good on me. This is the blonde wig. This is what it looks like. Let me comb it out. I actually like, I prefer brown. Like I could go on and on and on with brown anytime, any day. So yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at the blonde. So I really don't think blonde looks good on me. I'll just have to go with the brown. Okay. I'll just have to go with the brown. What do you think, Alicia? I'll just have to go with the brown. Look at that. It actually has like a brown wig. Maybe that's why I think it looks good, but I really don't think that it's, my thing. I really would not go for brown. But look at, so let's take it out and then do the brown. So we're gonna style the brown. It's actually a bob wig. We're basically going to straighten it and then we style it. Not like straighten and then style like separately, but we're gonna be, there's a way you're gonna curve your bob wig. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know how to explain, but I'm going to show you guys how to basically style like your bob wig properly using just your straightener. Of course, when styling your bob wig, the first tool that comes to mind should be your straightener. The brown one makes a little, better. Okay, let me wear the brown one, Alicia, so you see what it looks like. Let me wear the brown one. Um, yeah, let me wear the brown one. Yeah, just like that. Now you can clearly see that the brown one is giving what it should give. Brown one is giving what it should give. Like, ah, now see, I tell you guys a secret. This brown one is actually my own hair, and then this blonde is actually for a friend. You guys get. So I'm actually glad that I was able to settle for the blonde. Look at that. So I'm gonna be styling this brown. Like I really can't wait to show you how this brown comes out every time after styling. Now imagine how it's looking before styling and how it's going to be looking after styling. Like look at, I like it too. Elisa says she likes it. I mean, you're the one person that actually, you know, told me the truth about those things. Yeah, so I like it. Before now, I really do not like this, but then I would pick this over a blonde wig any day, anytime. I would actually pick this over a blonde wig anytime, anytime. So yeah, I'm basically going to go ahead and style this wig. I'm going to style it a bob wig, but I'm not really sure. I have this what's this called, Virgo rollers. So it's actually my first time using it. So I have like a lot of things I want to do with it. So I'm most likely going to start with the Virgo roller part. It's just I have just fixed it. Let me show you. So yeah. There you go. So this is the Virgo roller that I was talking about. And yeah, it's actually used to style like when you need this lift in front. Of course, after creating your list, the next thing you wanna do is go in with your Virgo roller. That after you've curled your hair, but I'm really not sure. I'm just skeptical. I don't know if it's going to come out nice because I've actually tried it before and it didn't really come out nice. And this is what it looks like. It has like this hair, this soft seed on top that is meant to like the strands are meant to go in and then you just pull it out when you're done styling. So I really don't know. I really don't know if it's going to come out really nice. But I'm gonna try it. You never know, it might come out really nice. So I'll just go ahead and put it on the mannequin. Now you guys are gonna see my natural hair. Oh my god. You guys are going to see my natural hair now. Yes, I've seen those insults. Exactly. Now let me take this out. But do you know how they work? Like, do you know how to make use of them? Because I tried using it on this hair and it didn't really come out nice. But I learned that you're supposed to leave it for a certain period of time before taking it out. So I'm most likely going to first of all make use of that before trying to um curl the hair all the way or straighten the hair. So I'm going to bob the rest part, and then I'm just going to curl this upper part. So for this process, I'm going to be using three tools. Now, the first tool is my hot iron, my hot comb rather. Now, when using your hot comb, you most likely will not want to use this part because what this part is meant for is just to comb out, while this part is the area that contains the entire heat. Now, this is where all the heat is. So if you have like your if there's heat on this part, you can just do this. So instead of just going in like this, because I see some people just go in like this, while it's not like you just go in like you just go in like this. That's not it. Because you're expecting this part to be really hot and you're expecting this part to do the job. But no, this part does not actually get the job done. This is the part that does, and this is how you're most likely going to use it. So when you're going in, you're going to just twist your hand a bit like this, especially if you want that lift. So if you want that lift, you're most likely going to just do this and just bend your hand so that this part that contains the heat right now it's not plugged in, it's not hot. So hence the reason why I'm able to touch it. But if I do, I won't be able to touch it. That's why I'm trying to take out time to explain to you guys how this works. So now just like this, you're gonna go in like this and you're gonna lift your hand. So this part is here and then the heat is actually steaming on this area and then you're gonna have your lift like this. You get. So I'm gonna do it when it's hot so you can see clearly what I mean. Now, after that, the next thing we're gonna do after properly styling our closure area, we're gonna go in with our straightener and just straighten the entire hair, or rather, we'll go in with our Virgo ruler first using our coiler. So I'm going to show you the coiler. So I need the coiler, the Virgo ruler, and the coiler, Virgo ruler, and some products that I'll be showing you. Ali, your hair looks good. Thank you so much, Ali. So I'm going to be needing the Virgo ruler, and then I'm going to be needing the straightener, the coiler, and my hot iron, heat protectant, and hair serum. Now I know this might sound familiar, and I know that some of you already see this product and these tools, and you're wondering, oh my god, what is this used for? Now you're not going to wonder anymore. Please, guys, let's give this video a thumbs up. Let's like the stream. Thank you. Like the stream, so we can move forward. Now let's go. Let's get right into it. So I already have my straightener here. Of course, this is my straightener, right? I use the Cloud9 straightener. This straightener, it's actually it works professionally, both professionally and you can actually use it for a personal use, a daily use. So yeah, it's not that it's quite affordable, I must say. And then I'm gonna show you guys the coiler that I use. It's also like a basic coiler that you can actually use at home. Let me just get this. Shine your blessings. Tada! So this is my coiler. This has been my coiler. This is actually like my first ever coiler, and I've been using it for both personal and professional use. So it has always gotten the job done. But if you want to get a coiler, if I were to get another coiler, I'm most likely going to get a size. This is a size 25. This is a size 25. This is a size 25 coiler. Look at that. This is where you can actually tell the size of the coiler. And if I were to get a coiler again, a new one, I'm most likely going to get like a 28 or a 32 coiler. Okay, like this, the look, the after the finished look is actually different when you make use of that coiler. So let me just quickly practice and show you what I mean by the difference when you're coiling. Okay, so let me just put this hair now on the mannequin and then start, the process. This hair has actually gone through a lot because I mostly use this hair to for almost all my tutorials and I'm beginning to feel scared. But I know that I make use of my heat protectant, so I'm safe. But regardless, when you do one thing too much, it becomes a problem. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you what the coiler does. So let me just quickly plug my coiler in. This is I've actually forgotten this product. The brand. I'm not sure what the brand name is. It used to be around this area, but I think it has gone out. So let me just plug my coiler. So now for this coiler, if you're working on a if you're working on a human hair, like an actual human hair, just like this, you're most likely going to have to make use of 220 degree. Now, if you pay attention, you see that there's 220, there's 200, and then there's also 180 degree. Now, when you're going to be using the 180 degree is when you're working on a synthetic hair, most likely, because we all know that synthetic hairs, most of the time, they don't take on heat, right? So you're most likely going to be working with the least amount of heat. And I've actually spoken about some products that you have to apply on the synthetic hair, although synthetic hairs do not require much product compared to human hair. Now, for synthetic hair, you're most likely not going to apply heat protectants because, of course, it's synthetic hair. Most of them are made of plastic. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to apply water, just a minimum amount of water, and then you're going to go in with your straightener. But for a human hair, when working with human hair, you need to go in with your hair serum, and you also need to go in with your what's it called, your heat protectant, which is this. This is the argon oil heat protectant. So I like to make use of this heat protectant because it always, protects my hair from breakage, and then it's quite affordable. Yeah, so if you're going for a good product that is affordable, I think you should go for this. Now, this is the hair serum that I use. I think I always talk about this hair serum. Like if you've been following me, you'll notice that I always talk about this hair serum. This is the I think it's lower day. Somebody pronounce this for me. I think this is what it is, and then this is midweight. This is a midweight serum, so it really doesn't like have it's not heavy, it's not light, but it's midweight. So if you want a serum that you can use for your bone straight, and you also want a serum that you can use for your coily wig as well, your hair generally it doesn't select, so you should go for this. And also for coiling, you need your holding spray. Now this holding spray, what it does is that it gets rid of flyaway. Now I'm sure that right now you can see the flyaway on this hair, right? You can see the flyaway on the hair right now. So, but when we're coiling, I'm going to coil now, and you see the difference that there's no flyaway, like you literally got rid of the flyaway. Now, you're also going to need your tail comb you know, um, for sectioning. Okay, so now let's get right into it. Let me first of all, this right now, it's not like the entire tutorial, but I just want to show you what using your coiler is gonna do for your hair, because we intend to like bob the rest part of the hair and then curl the other this front part of the hair to give it that face frame. Now this process is going to also teach you how to face frame your wig, and it's also going to teach you how to properly coil your hair. It's also going to teach you or show you what using a coiler on a bob wig looks like. Okay, so just like that, let's go in first with our hold spray. This is the Nova hold spray. I sometimes use Nova, but mostly I use the Ultra Set holding spray. I most likely use the Ultra Set. So you just spray and then spray under as well. Not so close, just a few inches up away. And then what you're gonna do now is you're gonna comb. You're most likely going to be using your comb a lot because it helps the product, sink in properly, and it also gets rid of flyaway. Now just like that, okay. And now the next thing you want to do is go in with our coiler, the part that you've all been waiting for. So let's go in with our coiler. Yeah, that's my color. Now, if you want to achieve a perfect face frame, it's advisable that when coiling, you coil towards the front. I'm going to show you that, and not towards the back, not to the back. So you go in first, seeing that we've not straightened this hair. We're most likely going to straighten it, okay, using our coiler. You straighten it, okay, and then the next thing you want to do is curl towards the front, just like this, meaning that the tip of the hair should come comes towards this direction. okay, and always make sure to hold the tip, and then you're going to release gently, just like this. You release gently, gently, and then you go back in again, hold the tip of the hair, you release, you hold the tip of the hair, okay? Hold it very carefully and you release it. Always make sure to hold it until you've completely taken in all the strands. Make sure you take it out, take it in completely. Now you straight, you go in again. Now as you're doing that, pay attention to this part of my hand. I'm actually using this to open it. Now some coiler don't come with this. You just go in and then it starts coiling, yeah? But always make sure to hold your strands. Now you pay attention, you notice that the tip of my hair has completely gone in. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to hold it down for about 30 seconds. And the reason why I'm holding it down for 30 seconds is because my coiler is a 25 coiler and I really want all the heat to go into the strands. Okay, now I'm going to release this and I'll show you the results and I'll show you how it will frame the face. Okay, now we're going to hold it down. I think it's coming out really nice. So we're going to hold it down. I think it's almost 30 seconds. So hold it down for a bit. When you notice that the steam is coming out, your coiler is most likely going to be either hotter than mine or hotter, or mine is hotter than it. But either way, when you see that the steam has started coming out properly, you're just gently going to release. Now let's release and see what we have. So just like that, we successfully released, and this is what we have. Okay, so I'm going to comb it out so you see how that face frame is going to look like. So let me take it out before we start styling. Now you're gonna, before combing, what you need to do now, when you curl, you have to leave it on. When you pin it down so it stays there for a while before and cools off for about 2 hours. That's if you're in a hurry, but if you're not in a hurry, you can leave it on for 24 hours. Now, what you want to do now, we've already sprayed our holding spray. Always make sure to spray your hold spray on the hair before, um, on the comb rather, or on the hair. You're most likely going to comb on, spray on both, and then you're going to go in now and frame the hair. Already, look at how it's looking, yeah? Now, you're going to go in like this, gently, while you're guiding it with your hands like this. You go in gently, okay? Gently, and you follow it just like this, just like this, and then you should have this. Okay, look at that face frame. That's what you should have if you did it properly, and look at that. Okay, so what we want to do now is to make sure that this part, you can clearly see that the front, this other section is not giving what this is giving, and that is because we've not used our coiler on this part. Okay, now this is that face frame that you want. So we're going to bob this part like this. Okay, we're going to bob this part. So this is going to be looking like this, while this is going to be looking like this, and you already have your face frame, of course. Now, let's get right into the main reason why we're here. Let me take out the coiler and then, first of all, define my. Now, let me go ahead. If you want me to style this part so you see and understand what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. So, let me take out here and also style so you see the difference. So, when styling this other part, always have one thing in mind, that you're also most likely going to, um, you know, bring out the tip of your head towards the front and not to the back. So let me do that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I need to take out this one from here. It's actually distracting. So this is my coiler. And now let me style this other part so you see the beautiful, beautiful face frame. So I'm gonna take it out like this, just like this. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, let me know please. Because I really think my earpiece is faulty. I don't know. So you comb just like this, And then you're gonna go in with your holding spray, like I said, go in with your holding spray like this, and then you comb so that the product would sink into the hair properly. I'm gonna comb so the product goes into the hair properly. Now the next thing you want to do is to go in with your coiler. Like I said earlier, I used the 30, the 25 coiler. Now you're gonna do this, okay? You go in with your coiler like this, you straighten, okay? Because we didn't actually straighten this hair before starting, so you straighten, and then you make sure that you're coiling towards the front, meaning that the tip of the hair is actually at the front. So you straighten gently, just like this. Make sure to always hold the tip down. You straighten and you go in, and then you hold the tip. As you can see, we still have more here. You hold it down, you pull gently, just like this, pull gently, and then you go back in. Now you can see that there's still a little here. You open the clamp gently so you don't ruin what you've already done. And when you've successfully taken it in, you're going to hold the clamp down for some time, okay? And then you're most likely going to release it when you see that the skin is already coming out. Alright, we're just learning, we're basically learning how to face frame our wig. We've already done that on this part. Now we're gonna release this part so you guys can see the after result. Okay, if you're using a coiler that is bigger than this or that has more heat than this, you're most likely not going to leave it on for long. Okay, so now let's take out this gently. Okay, gently, gently, and you're gonna take it out like this. And look at what we have. Now we're going to comb this out also using our tail comb, of course. We're going to comb it out so you see how this other part is. This is what we have currently, and we want this part to be like this. So now this is my whole spray. I just take a little and I just spray all around the comb. Now to the part that is very important, and if you miss this part, you've actually most likely missed the whole styling process. Now you're going to make sure your hands are like this, and you're going to put it in between the hair while you now go in with your comb like this, and you know you chase, you use your finger to chase the hair all the way, all the way. Except you want flyaways and you really do not want to direct your coils, but you're going to have to direct your coils like that. Now this is what we have. Alright, so you successfully face framed your wig. Okay, you successfully face framed your wig. So face framing is not really all that difficult. Alright, you successfully face frame your wig. You can actually use your hands to adjust it properly, to the point that you want it to be, just like this. Now, I'm most likely going to wear this. Let me wear this so you see how it looks on my face. So it's not as if it's just the mannequin that is making it look this good. So let me take it out. I think I pinned it. Did I pin it? I don't think I pinned it. So you should be able to come off. Now, let me wear it. Or rather, let me put it on. Gently. So you see what it looks like on me. So, now this is what I was talking about. Take this back. Now this is it. Let me take this back. And then so this is what I mean. Look at that face frame. What do you guys think? Are you gonna be trying this tutorial or not? Let me know in the comments. Look at that. So this is what we want. So we're gonna start styling this wig, and yeah. So if you feel like it's coming too forward, you're gonna do this. So this part of the hair is going to be bob. Like I'm gonna use a straightener to basically just bob the wig. But then the front is most likely going to be looking like this. Look at that. So let's go right into it. Let's style the wig. I feel like what it's giving, like you can actually take it back and then it's gonna come back the same way. Like take it back and it's gonna come back the same way. Okay. It's even going to be better if you leave the course on for a very long time. So yeah, look at that. So let's get right into it. Now we're going to use our Lego ruler on the front and hopefully the Lego ruler comes out really nice because it's actually my first time having to try a Lego ruler. You guys know that I don't lie to you. I always make sure to show you all the techniques and all the tools that I use when styling. Okay, so yeah, that being said, that is it. So let's get right into it. Firstly, this is my Virgo ruler. Okay, so I'm going to apply my heat protectant first on the hair, all over the hair. This is argon heat protectant, argon oil. So I'm really not scared when styling my hair because I know that I'm covered with this and it's not going to break. Now the next thing I want to use is my hair serum. Just a puff of it is okay because I already have like hair serum on this hair, so I'm most likely not going to be applying hair serum. Now for the lift in the front, we're going to be using our hot comb. Um, yeah, we're going to be using our hot comb. I really want to get like what's it called? I really need to get like a hot comb that is close, but let's just see what we can do with our coiler. Now, we're going to section the part that we're most likely going to be using our Virgo rollers on, which is the closure area. Okay, so you take it out first, gently take out the part that you want to use because it's just 6 pieces. So we're most likely going to just use it in front and then we ignore the back because we already styled the back as a bob wig. So you take out the section that you want to work with, just like this. Okay, just the closure area. This is a 2 by 6 closure and it's actually very, very full. So you're not going to notice if it's just the closure area that was styled. You're most likely going to add like one strand to it, just like this. So you take out the section that you want to work on, take it out, and then you're going to pin it. I hope I came with my pin. I really don't think my pin is there, but let me get it and pin it. So I've had this pin for a while. I've had this pin for a while, and I also have this clip. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be working with this clip more. And then I use this pin. This pin I cannot not overemphasize. This pin has actually saved me from a whole lot. So I would advise that you get this pin. So what we wanna do now is just take the section that we want to work on and then the part that you're not working on, you're most likely going to take it out of the way. So now this is two already. Okay. Let me just pin this so it doesn't, you know, come in contact with the rest. So now make sure that your middle part is properly defined. That's another thing to look out for. Properly defined. Okay, so you don't have to struggle with flyaways. Now the next thing you want to do is to take the section that you're working on, just like this. Now this is the part that we're going to coil and we're going to use our Virgo ruler on. Now we're going to just, you know, take out this part out of the way. Now this front section is what determines how beautiful your hair is going to come out. So you have to like pay close attention to it, okay? So now you're gonna comb like this. Trust me, like I said, you're most likely going to be making use of your tail comb a lot. You're gonna comb. Now after combing, all you want to do now is go in with your holding spray. This is the Nova holding spray. Now you're going to spray the hair, okay? You're going to spray from afar, please. Always make sure to spray from afar because this spray has like a very, very strong hold, right? So you comb so that the product that is just applied is going to sink in properly. Like pay attention to this part because every step matters a lot. So you go in. Now we're gonna spray again because for the front, we're gonna have this lift in front. So we're most likely going to spray our holding spray a lot on this part. So you comb again, so this flyaways, are getting would, sink in. So now you just do this. Now we're gonna go in with our coiler, right? Please pay attention to this part, especially those of you that like to have that lift in front of your closure, right? So just like this, we'll successfully, you know, this is the list. This is what you should have. Okay. So you're most likely, it's not compulsory or necessary that the only tool that gives you that list is your straightener. You can actually go in with other tools like this. So long as you comb the front part and make sure that every strand sinks in properly. So just like that, even when you comb it, you see that it's still going to fall on your feet. So now let's get right into it. Now when face framing, you're most likely going to curl towards the front. All the strands are going to come to the front. Now this is what you're gonna do. Make sure this part is under, and then you're gonna go in like this, okay, and be straighten. Now mind you, we didn't straighten this hair before we start working on it. So we're just going to straighten it gently, okay, and then we'll go in like this, and then you curl towards the front, okay, you come to the front of your barrel, just like this, you straighten, okay, you straighten, make sure you're holding the tip of the hair so it doesn't go in. So you come again, you straighten, you come again, you pull, keep pulling gently because like I said, the front of your hair is most likely going to determine how beautiful your curls are going to look. So you straighten. Mind you, we're going to go in with the Virgo ruler. But let's do this first. You straighten. Look at, I still have like some strands there. You're going to straighten just like this, straighten, and you hold down for some minutes. Now, while that is going on, you're going to have like your um your pin or your clip, whatever it is you want to call it. This is the clip that I'm going to use first before going in with my Virgo ruler. Some people like to curl towards the back, but I like to curl towards the front, especially if I'm not making use of the Virgo ruler or anything. So just like this, we've successfully curled this. Now I'm going to go in with your pen and you just pin it like this. Okay. Now this is what we have. But then again, we want to use our Virgo ruler. Okay. And this is how you use your Lego rulers. Lego rulers are those rulers that have like hairy stuff around them, not necessarily plastic, but they have like hairy stuff around them. So we're gonna be using this. And for you to use that, you have to be fast because the heat, you want the heat to just, stick in. So we're gonna do this, take this out. Anyway, look at how our colors came out. But then this is what we want. Yeah. So we're gonna apply this like this, okay, like this. You pull, but first you wanna comb out first, comb out properly, both front and back. Now you're gonna now do this, alright, carefully, and you're gonna do this like this, and then you're gonna pin, okay, then you pin. That way, you've successfully styled your hair using the Virgo rollers. So we're going to repeat this process here so it's even, yeah? So now, let's get right into it. Just like that. Before we come back to this section, we're going to do the other front section so you can see how I achieved this if you weren't following. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this. So we take a section here. Let me stand this way so you guys can see clearly what I'm doing. So we're at the middle part. We're at the middle part, and this is what we have. Okay. So yeah, uh, I don't think I'll be making use of my hot comb, but let it just be here for the purpose of it. So now you're going to take a section the same as the one you took on the other part, just like this, and then you're going to take out the part that you're not working with off the face. off the way rather. So it's not coming in the way of your of whatever it is you're doing, and then you're going to pin it. Okay. Mind you, also going to be styling this other part, but let's first of all focus on this section, the front part. Now, what you want to do for the lift, you want that lift in front, you're going to comb your hair first. Okay, make sure that every strand is out of the way. So you comb first to the back. I really don't want this coming in the way. So I don't know what to okay. Taking it out. So you comb, pay attention to the strands around because you do not want to have like a dirty job by the time you're done. Yeah, by the time you're done. So we're gonna go in with our holding spray. This is the Nova holding spray. So you spray, and then you spray on the strands itself, and then you're now going to comb. This is my tail comb. You comb from the back, and then you comb the front as well because you want the product that you just applied to sink into the hair. Now you're gonna go in, you know, using this like this. Okay, you go in like this. Don't necessarily need like your hot comb rather. So just like this. Okay, now look at you still have that lift. Okay, even when you drop it, you're gonna see the lift. So now the next thing you want to do is to go in with your coiler. Make sure that it's facing this direction, and then you straighten properly all the way. Seeing that we didn't straighten this hair before styling, and then when coiling, always make sure that the tip of your hair is facing the front. And let me explain what I mean by that. When coiling, make sure that the hair is facing this part where the mouth of your barrel is facing. So you're now gonna pull and then you coil. Okay. Now I'm coiling from the back. This is the reverse bombshell coil, and then you pull again, and then you pull. While pulling, always make sure to hold your strands down. This part is very, very important when coiling your wig. So you pull, or your hair rather. You pull, and then you're gonna go in again like this. Hold the strands. Always remember to hold the tip of the hair so it doesn't just rush in on you. So just like this, you're gonna go in again, straighten gently, and then go in. You hold until you've completely, exhausted the tip of the hair, and then you go in and you hold it again. No matter how little it is, do not let it deceive you. It's most likely going to give you a bad result when you don't hold it properly. Now that is being done, you're going to hold this down for a while. Depends on how hot and how big the size of your coiler is. If your coiler is very, very big, you're most likely not going to hold it down for long. But if your coiler is not big, just like mine, you're most likely going to hold it down for a while. So we're going to hold it down for about 30 seconds. Okay. And then you're gradually going to take it off. Okay. Now pay attention to how I take this off. It's very, very important. Every step of coiling, styling, rigging, or doing anything on your hair requires patience and time. And if you do not have time to, I advise that you don't even go into styling in the first place. You can actually pay your hairstylist to do these things for you. Right now, this is for the people that really do not want to pay for doing this, outsource it. So long as you have your tools at home, you can actually use them. So now we're going to take it off so you see what it looks like. Now this is what we have. It's really hot. So we're gonna pin. Okay, this is what we have. We're going to pin, right? While we get our Virgo ruler and then pick the same thing that we did here. We're gonna repeat this. So this okay, I think I have one here, my Virgo ruler. Now you're going to comb the hair before going in with your Virgo ruler. This is what it looks like. It's those rulers that have hairs on them. So you take it out and then we're going to comb now. Now you're going to comb like this, gently, you comb gently, and you're now going to go in with your Virgo rollers like this. Always make sure that every strand goes in, and always make sure to do it when it's hot so that whatever direction at which your coil is facing, that's how you're going to pull it out when you're pulling it out. Now you notice that they are both equal, there's no difference. Now we're going to pin it using a pin. Now I'm going to, I'm not going to talk about this pin again because I've spoken about it a couple of times. Now this is what you have. We're going to repeat this process all through the rest of the hair, most likely, right? I still have some around here, right? So if you do not know how to do this and if you're just joining, please like the stream and subscribe for detailed hair tutorials. Now we're gonna go in and then style this the same way we've styled this using our Virgo roller and then our coiling iron. Now the thing is, you're not going to, you know, um, repeat the same lift on this part because the lift is more important in the front area where you have your edges, right? So you just section this. This is two, one and two, and then you're gonna work on them separately. Now you need to always have this pin because this pin is going to do you do a whole lot for you. So we're just going to comb, apply our hold spray, and then we're going to curl just like we did in front. So you comb, apply your holding spray. Okay, you can actually get any holding spray of your choice, not necessarily the type I use, but then whatever product I use, just know that they are authentic. And then I've actually tried them, and some of these products I've been using them for years. So now you comb, and then you're gonna go in with your barrel. Okay, you're gonna wait. If you feel like you need to comb out again, you can go ahead and comb out. Make sure that the product sinks in properly. Each time you apply any product on your hair or wig, always make sure to comb it, or else it's going to make the hair look rough and then it's not even going to sink in. So you're gonna go in like this. You straighten from the front because we didn't straighten the hair before styling. You straighten from the back, and then the next thing you want to do is properly go in and coil. Now you're going to go in like this. Now for this section, remember we called to the front. When we are at the front, our strands or the tip of our hair was facing this direction. I'm going to show you, but for this part you're going to make sure that the tip of your hair is facing you, just like this. So we go in, you know you're going to straighten, okay, like this. And then this is what I mean by the tip of your hair should face behind, just like this, okay, to this direction, just like this, where my face is. So you hold it. If you do not hold it, trust me, it's going to run off. So you go in again. Always make sure to hold the tip of your hair like this. Then you pull. You look at my hand. You hold the clamp and you pull gently and you go in again. Hold the strand, okay, until you've completely exhausted the strand. Make sure not to this, leave it alone. So you hold the tip, you coil, you hold the tip. Now coiling might be complex for a lot of people. Even when I myself started, coiling, I didn't just learn how to coil immediately. I had to like take time. I practiced on my own hair most of the time before having to, you know, apply that on a client's hair. Now, for successfully taking in all the tips, you're most likely not going to see any here. So you're going to hold this down for a while. It depends on how hot your coiler is. Mine is a 25 size 25 coiler, and the heat is not all that. So it's actually for personal use, but you can actually get I think it's this toner coiler that is actually better because you're most likely not going to hold it down for long. Now we're going to take it out gently, and then for this part, we're going to be applying using our Virgo rollers. Okay, now this is what we have currently after coiling. This is what we have, right? Look at that. This is what it looks like. Now you're going to comb and then you're going to go in with your Virgo rollers just like the one in front, just like this. Now, when applying this rollers, you always make sure to put it the same way you actually curled. Okay, remember we curled while our tip of the hair is actually facing this direction. So most likely you're going to apply it that way. Now, this is my tail comb, right? So when you take your tail comb, always make sure your hands are like this, like a scissors. Now you're gonna raise this and you're gonna put your hands on the underneath it like this, and then you comb, okay? You comb it to the front, you comb, because they actually curled towards, this direction. Now the next thing you want to do is to go in with your Virgo roller, just like that, and then you put it like this, and then you curl all the way down, and you go in with your pen. I can't overemphasize, this pin has actually done a lot for me. Now I'm gonna pin it like this. Now this is what you should have. Now we're going to repeat the same process all through the front part, which is the closure area. Now if um you want to make use of the Vigo roller all over your hair, it's actually okay. You can actually do that. But if you do not want to, you can actually use it just in front. I'm doing this because I don't have enough Vigo roller. I only have six pieces and I've literally just made use of three. So it's remaining three. So just like this, we're gonna comb um yeah, comb, and then we go in with our holding spray. When coiling, always make sure to have your holding spray, because when you do not have your holding spray, it doesn't actually do a lot. You're gonna have this unfinished look whereby there's going to be flyaways all over your hair. That's what I mean by unfinished look. Now you're gonna comb. Each time you apply any pressure, any product on your hair, always make sure to comb your hair. Okay, so the product sinks in properly. Now, for those of you that do not know how to, make use of your coiler, please pay attention to this. I can't overemphasize. There's no way you've watched my tutorial to this point and then you do not know how to use your coiler. That's not possible. I've actually had like testimonies of people saying that since they started watching my tutorial, they've actually learned a lot. Somebody actually said she learned how to literally style her hair from watching my tutorial. So just like this, now you hold your coiler like this, okay, and then you go in. If you're gonna do the reverse bombshell method, just like I'm going to do now, this is what you should do. You straighten it first, because when styling or when I started this process, I didn't actually straighten my hair. So now you're gonna go in like this, straighten, and then you go in like this. Always make sure that if you're doing the reverse bombshell, which is advisable for any beginner because it actually makes your curls tighter and then it gives you this control over your coiler. So you're going to go in like this and you pull. Now let this strand face this part, because you're no longer um, coiling the front. So long as you're coiling the back, always make sure that the tip of the hair is facing you, and then you hold the tip like this and then you pull gently and pull until you're able to flip again, and then you hold the tip all the way like this. Hold the tip, you pull, pull, pull gently, and you go in again. Hold the tip and you pull. Ouch! This is what I was talking about. When you don't hold the tip properly, this is what you get. So I intentionally did that, so I'll show you what happens. So you see that the curls is not standing. So, but we're gonna do it again, and this time we're gonna do it the right way. So you see what happens when you hold the tip properly. Okay, so just like this, you go in, you straighten. Okay, you go in again and you straighten, and this time you want to go in and completely coil. Now you turn your barrel this way for the reverse bombshell, and I also do the bombshell loop if you want to learn how to, you know, coil using the bombshell loop. So you coil like this, you hold the tip properly, and you pull gently all the way up. You go in again, you hold the tip, okay, and then you're gonna pull gently, okay. Always make sure to hold the tip of the hair. You pull gently, just like that. You pull. Don't let go of the tip until you've completely exhausted the whole thing, and then you can now go in completely, fully, and then you hold it down for a bit to taking all the steam. Okay, if you take it off almost immediately, you're most likely going to have a coil that would fall off easily. So if you intend to wear this wig for a very long time, how you coil, how you lay the foundation is what is going to matter. Okay, so you're most likely going to, if you coil today and then you just take it off immediately, take out the coiler immediately, or you take out the what's this thing called? The rollers that you use in almost immediately, your curls is not going to last. You're most likely going to use it for some hours and it will fall down. But if you curl and then you leave it there for about a day or two, trust me, you're going to use that curl for as long as 2 weeks and you're good to go. So now we're gonna take this out and we'll see what our coil is looking like. So now this is what we have. This is what our coil is looking like. Now the next thing we want to do, since we're going in with our Virgo rulers, is to take our Virgo rulers. I still have two three pieces. So after using this one, it looks like it's going to be left with one. So left with two rather. So now what you want to do is go in with your comb like this. Okay. Go in with your comb like this, the comb, and then make sure to go in with your fingers like this to secure the strand. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is go in with your Virgo rollers like this, and then you curl all the way down, right, just like that, and then you're gonna pin it using this pin. Okay, just like this. Look at that. So I'm gonna repeat the process again, so you see you see how I did it. It's not like I performed any magic. So you take a section. This right here is already two section on its own. So you're going to take a section that you want to work with, just like this, and then you comb out gently, and you go in with your holding spray. It depends on the holding spray, the brand rather that you like to use. I like to either make use of the Nova holding spray or the what was it called? I'm yet to choose my favorite, but I know that both of them always get the job done for me. Or the ultra set. So you comb so that the product that you just apply is going to sink in. Okay, just like that. You comb, and then you're gonna go in with your coiler. Now, pay attention to this part. It's actually very important. So you use your coiler to flatten top of the hair, and then you go in like this. You straighten. Mm, thank you. I really needed it. Thank you so much. So you hold the tip of your hair, you straighten, right? You straighten because you didn't actually straighten the hair before we started. You straighten, and then now you're gonna go in. Now, mind you, at this point, you're gonna curl towards this direction, okay? Because you're on the left side of your hair. So if you're on the left, you basically curl to the right, and you're on the right, you curl to the left. You're gonna pull gently, and you go back in just like this. You pull it gradually and then you go back in like this, holding the tip of the hair. Do not let go of the tip until you've successfully taken in all the hair. So gradually like this, and you go in again. Look at the tip. I still have the tip here. Now you hold it and you pull gently, 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 and then you're gonna go in again, and you at this point you hold it down for a bit hold it down for some seconds. It depends on how hot your coiler is, but regardless of how hot your coiler is, you still have to hold it down for some seconds so that the steam goes in properly. Okay, so let's hold it down. Now I'm going to take this off so you see how the coil is looking like. If you actually follow this step by step, you should also have the same result. Okay, so just like this, let me take it out. Now, after taking it out, you want to go in with our Virgo rollers because it's advisable that you go in with your Virgo rollers when the hair is still very hot. Because when it's hot, you can actually mold it to however it is you want, whatever direction you want it to face. Okay, so just like that, this is what we have currently. So now we're going to go in with our comb, and then afterwards, we're going to go in with the Virgo roller. So you need to pay attention, close attention to this part. Now, let me take this aside. Now, your hands like this, remember, and you raise this, you go in like this to secure the hair. Okay, so you just comb, okay, and then you pull all the way off. This is really hot. Now you're going to go in with your Virgo rollers like this, okay. Now you see that when it's hot, it's easier for you to mold properly. All right. You feel it's not giving what it should give, you can still come back and start at first. So just like this, you're gonna roll it just like that, and then at this point you can now pin it using your metal pin. This is it, and then you just pin it like this, and you've completely secured it, and you should have this. Okay. You're also going to take these rollers out, but you're most likely going to take it out when you're actually done, bobbing all this part of the hair. Because this part is going to be like a bob, and then this is going to be like, this part is meant to give us that face frame. Hence the reason why you know, um, we're using our Virgo rollers because we want that, beautiful face frame when you take out the Virgo rulers. I don't know if you get what I mean. Now, we're going to comb this part. This is like the last part where we'll be using the Virgo ruler. And the next thing we're going to do is to properly bob this part using our straightener. Now, if you do not know how to coil your, or how to bob your wig using your straightener, please watch this. I'm going to be giving you a detailed tutorial how to do that. Now, this is my holding spray. All I need to do is to apply it, spray, spray, and then I'm going to go in with my tail comb so I'm sure that the product that I've just applied sinks in properly. So you comb, and then go in with your um coiler. So first thing you want to do is straighten it because of course we didn't actually straighten it first for styling. And I actually like that we didn't straighten it because it's going to be like a waste of our time because we're going to have to straighten this again. And you're going to straighten the hair properly. And then the next thing you want to do is to go in like this, seeing that we're actually working with the reverse bombshell method and we are on the left side of the wig. Hence the reason why our tip of the hair is on the right side. So we're going to pull. So when you're on the left, curl towards the right, except you're on at the front. So you straighten, you go back in, holding the tip of the hair, of course, and then you pull gently. Always make sure to hold down the tip of the hair, or else you're going to have a very bad result at the end of the day. Now you hold it, this is the tip. No matter how small it is, always make sure to hold the tip of the hair. Now you gently straighten, right? Straighten until you've actually exhausted the tip of the hair, and then you're going to go in just like this, and then you hold down for a while in order for it to take in all the heat. Okay, now after taking in all the heat, you're going to now take out your clamp, and then you go in with your Virgo roller, of course, before you now start bobbing every other part of the hair. So I'm doing this first. The reason why I'm doing this first, some people like to do it last, but it's because I'm going to be unraveling the hair on this trim, and In order for me to do that, I need to leave it to stay on the hair for a while, if you understand what I mean. To stay on the hair for a while before taking it out for a couple of hours. So while this is, actually taking in all the heat, or while it's setting properly, I am, bobbing this part of the wig. So let's take this out gently. Take it out. Now, you guys can see what we have here. Can see what we have here, basically. So the next thing you want to do now is to go in with our Virgo rollers. For that process, we'll need our tail comb and then Virgo rollers, of course. Now, you're going to take the hair like this, and then you're going to go in with your comb. Pay attention to this part because it's very, very important. And then your fingers like this, and you go all the way up, all the way up. This is actually very hot. Regardless, forget the fact that I'm smiling. And you're going to put it on or inside your Virgo rollers like this. And you're going to basically um, coil all the way, coil all the way down like this, and then you're gonna have to pin it with your silver pen. This pin cannot be over exercised on. Now you're gonna pin it. Now it looks like a lot is going on here, but trust me, I have just six of this here. It's just six of them. Now, at this point, we've actually gotten to the part where, you know, the most important part of this styling process. I know you think this is all that we have, but this right here is the most important part of this hair, and it's actually like the simplest of them all. Like, this is the simplest. If you do not know anything or if you do not learn anything today from my scene, I would actually, you know, advise that you pay attention to this part so that you learn how to style your bob wig. This is basic. This is something that every girl knows how to do. So now the first thing you want to do is to go out the middle part of the wig, which I'm going to be doing. Now how to get that? You look at the part where the middle part of your closure. So you're basically going to now take it down like this, and then you're going to pin it, okay? Divide it into two equal parts. Now this is one part, just like this, and then I'm going to pin it, right? Using my silver pin, cannot be overemphasized on. Like I said, always that this pin always come in handy. But first, let me just use this one first. I had like two of these. I had like the blue and the pink of this, but the blue actually broke. That's the reason why I started making use of the metal one, because I know that this metal one is not going to break. So now for this other part, you're basically going to section, take the section that you want to work with. You pay attention to the hair, you realize that this part is actually very short. So you take out the section that you want to work with. Always make sure to work with two wefts, just like this. Now this is one weft, right? This is one weft, and then this is two. I think this is, yeah, this is two. So always make sure to work with two webs, especially if you're a beginner and you really do not know how to do these things. So you need to take a little portion. Do not work with too much section. So we're gonna now I've already applied my heat protectant and my hair serum. So you fold, take it out of the way, and then you're going to go in with your pin and just take it out of the way. Whichever strands or whatever strands that you're not working with, always make sure to take it out of the way, because it looks like it's going to be distracting. So now you take it out of the way properly. Let me plug my straightener. I'm going to be using the Cloud9 straightener for this process. This is like a basic straightener, not a professional straightener. It's what's it called again? It's not a professional straightener. It's a personal straightener, something that you can just use at home. Now, I'm going to make use of the highest level of heat, seeing that I'm working with a human hair, and it actually takes heat, not a synthetic hair. And this is my straightener is going to be at 230. Yeah, 230. That's the highest. But if you're working on a synthetic hair, it's advisable that you use less heat and you're most likely going to apply a little bit of water because you do not need to apply too much product on a synthetic hair. It's actually easy to maintain, right? Now, while this is getting hot, I'm going to just clear this part, take out the coiler that I've just finished using off the way, and also my hot comb because I'm most likely going to be using the hot comb. So take it out of the way, and then we're going to now start bobbing the wig. You need to pay close attention to this part, like I said. So I put this in, and then I've already sectioned my hair. I've already taken out the part that I want to work on. So just like this, this is the section that I want to work with. So I need to take out every distraction of the way, right? Just like this, always make sure that wherever it is that you're working on, you're actually seeing what you're doing and there's no strand coming in the way. So you take it out like this, okay? And then you pin. Always make sure there's no strands in the way because it's actually very frustrating when you're working and then you're distracted. You're not going to focus on what you're doing. Now you take out this. Advisable you section your hair into two and then you work with just two wefts. Okay, you work with two wefts just like this. Mind you, if you don't know how to bob your wig, this is your cue to pay attention. I'm going to be showing you how to bob your wig at home and how to also take down your curls, the curls you need using your Virgo rollers. So this is what we're working with. But before then, you need to make sure that this part of the hair is actually pinned. Alright, so we're going to pin this down, and then the next thing you want to do is, trust me, you're most likely going to be working with this pin a lot. You need to get it. It's not even negotiable. You need to get this pin. You need to get this pin. It's not even negotiable. As a hairstylist, I'm sure every hairstylist actually has this pin. If I'm wrong, correct me. Now, the next thing you want to do is just, you know, take a little section, like I said. I already applied my heat protectant on this hair when I previously styled it, and I actually applied it today before I started styling. So now you're going to take this pin and take out the part of the hair that you're not working on, just like this. Take it out of the way, to avoid any distraction, right? Now you're going to comb gently. You're going to comb gently like this. And then the next thing you want to do is to go in with your straightener. Okay, this straightener is actually multi-purpose. You can actually use it to straighten and you can actually use it to bob your wig. So now all you need to do, I think I need to move this forward. That's not moving. All you need to do is to go in with your straightener just like this. Okay, you start bobbing like this. You don't bob when you get to the tip. Okay, you start bobbing like this. Okay, from the top all the way, just like this. And you should have something like this. See that? So if you want to start bobbing from the tip, I'm gonna show you the difference. Okay, you're gonna see the difference. Now you should have something like this. All right. Now sometimes I like to make use of my comb, use my comb to secure when bobbing, which is also a good thing. So you go in with your comb like this, and then you're gonna go in like this. Go in with your comb, and then you're gonna go in like this, and you should also have the same result. All right. So it depends on how you want to coil, or rather how you want to bob your wig. Now you take a little section and then you pin it, take it out of the way. Always make sure to take out every strand out of the way. Now you're gonna comb. See how shiny this hair is looking already. I already applied my I already applied my what's it called, my spray and the rest of them. Hence the reason why it's shining this way. You can choose to do that before bobbing your wig or after, or while you're at it, not after. So just like this, all the way down. Okay, just like this, all the way down. So the trick is to start bobbing your wig from the top. So I'm going to comb it now, so you see that it still maintains the same shape or even better. Alright, look at that. So I'm going to repeat this process all over until I'm done styling. So you pin and then you comb. Alright, always make sure to comb your hair whenever you take a section and whenever it is that you apply any product on your hair so that the product would sink in. So you're going to curl like this, bob like this rather, from the top all the way, because if you want to bob from, like, when you get to the bottom, it's going to be, it's not going to come out as you want, especially if you're at the back of the hair. Now, you know how you cut your bob wig, or when you're trimming, you trim your bob wig in a certain way, and then the bob wig is most likely going to um is most likely going to be shorter at the back, right? We know that's like the basic. That's what happens when you cut your bob wig. So it's advisable that you actually start styling from the top before you get to the tip. So you comb just like I'm doing. Thank you so much for the like. I appreciate it. Now you comb and then you're gonna go in with your straightener from the top. Remember, you're gonna curve your hand from the top. You're gonna curve your hand. Do not start curving your hand when you get to the top, because when you get to the bottom, you notice when I curl like this, I don't even have to stress too much when I get to the bottom. It's already giving me this beautiful bob shape. I really do not have to curl again. So now I'm gonna comb and then we'll see how our result, is looking. Now this is what we have so far. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process all over the hair, like I said. And then when we're done, we're going to bring down this Virgo rollers and I'll show you how to properly take down your Virgo rollers. Okay, so remember, we're working with just two wefts. This is one weft, this is called a weft, and this is weft two. All right, just like this. You're going to take out the section that you want to work with gently, gently. Gently. Always make sure that if you want to make use of your Virgo rollers, make sure that you've already styled the front of the hair, especially if you're going to be making use of that hair, of that hair the same day, almost the same day. So always make sure to style the front part of your hair using the Virgo roller so that when you want to make use of it, it has already cooled down and then the steam has already entered the entire part of the hair. You don't have to start, you know, um, um, you don't have to, with that, you can actually make use of the hair multiple times because they're going to last. But if you do it immediately or you finish styling the back of your hair and now you want to style the front of your hair, your curls are most likely not going to last long. All right. So that being said, let's continue bobbing the wig. So with this tutorial, you're basically going to learn how to style your wig properly at home, especially how to bob your wig yourself. Okay. It is always, very my thing, and you would notice how I talk about this thing. This thing is vast. You cannot like have so much of this thing. So you need to go get your pen. You need to go get this pen. So now that was successfully sectioned our hair, I've already applied my heat protectant, like I said. So I'm going to show you the heat protectant that I used. I earlier on showed you guys the heat protectant that I used, but I'm most likely going to do it again so you see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. Now this is the heat protectant that I use. You just spray from afar. You spray from afar. Now, if you've successfully done that, you just take a little section. Always make sure to take a little section. Don't take more than you can work on. So just like this, okay. And then you're gonna pin out the part that you're not working on, basically, just like that. Okay. So always make sure that you take out the strands, every strand, any distraction basically out of the way. Now we're gonna go in with our straightener like this. Alright. You straighten all the way and you curve. Like you're going to start curving from the top. So when you get to the down part, it's just going to form this curve itself. So you really do not need to do much. Now look at that. This is what I'm talking about. Now spot that shine. If you do not apply your heat protectant and you do not apply your um hair serum, you're not gonna get this shine most likely. So I'm gonna comb it out now so you see that it's still going to maintain its original form. So let's continue. So you take a section that you want to work on and then you're going to pin it aside and you comb gently. You comb, okay. Take your time, you comb, and then since you're not going to be applying any more product, you just go in with your straightener and you straighten all the way, you know. Now, while you're straightening, you're most likely going to have to be curving your hands while you are at it so that when it gets to the bottom, you already have your bob wig formed, so you do not have to like struggle with it already. Now, some people like to go in more than 3 times, but it depends on the type of um straightener that you're using and how hot your straightener is. Now, this is how my straightener is really hot to some extent, and this is what I have currently. Now, you notice that even while combing, it's still maintaining its original form. Now, this is what you should have if you follow this tutorial step by step to this point. Now, let's continue. I'm going to take a section and we're going to pin and then comb. Okay, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments and I'll reply you. Now, just like that, you go in with your straightener and then you curve from the top all the way down. Now, if you notice, when you curve from the top all the way down, by the time you get to the tip, you see that it has already formed that bob look. You do not have to stress it too much. So it's straight. That's it. Now, I like to go in 3 times. You can actually go in as many times as you want, but it depends on how long you hold down the steam, how long the hair is able to steam down. Alright. So we take a section again, and then the part that you're not working on yet, take it out of the way. Always make sure to take out any distraction out of the way. Alright, so we're gonna comb, and then the next thing we want to do is to go in with our straightener gently. Okay, like I said, we're going to be taking out the Virgo rollers, and I'll show you how to properly take out your Virgo rollers. For the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. So just like that, you successfully um, bob your wig. Alright, look at that, and spot that shine, like spot the shine. Okay, just look at that. And I'm also going to take another section and then just always make sure to pin down after taking out a section. Alright, so you pin it down, you just basically fold like this, fold, glitch. So we're gonna take a section now. We're working with just 2 words, so we're gonna take a section. Let me see. So I don't exactly. I thought as much that I was taking too much. So just like this, you take a section like this, and then you're gonna comb. like we're doing, and then the area where you just where you're not working on rather, just take it out of the way gently, and then you comb the rest. Now this part has already been styled, alright, has already that's why it's looking this way. So we want to achieve the same thing as this. So we just comb, and then the next thing you want to do is to go with your straightener, of course, and then just going like this. I think I might have to do this this way, exactly. So you go in, you curve from the top, not when you get to the tip you start curving. That's actually wrong. That's the wrong way for you to achieve the bob wig. Because whatever it is you do at the top, that's the result that you're going to see underneath. So look at that, look at that, right? Look at that. So we want to achieve the same thing all the way. So we're going to repeat the same thing. Some people like to call theirs more than times, but I like to do mine just 3 times. So it's comb. I already applied all the products that I need to apply on this hair. And if you weren't, on my stream when I did that, you should actually go back and watch. Now you're gonna comb, and then the next thing you want to do is go in with your coil, your straightener rather. I'm trying to take it slow to demonstrate up here. So we're gonna do this, okay, just like this, you know, all the way gently. You're not going to be too fast and you're not going to be too slow either. And there you have it. Alright, you're gonna comb. You comb, and when you comb, you see how this is looking. You really do not have to do much if you pay close attention to this tutorial. So you take a section, just a little, especially if it's your first time, you need to be very, careful. So you comb. Always make sure you comb enough to get rid of flyaways. Now this are flyaways, and you really do not want that. So you comb. Now after styling this wig, I'm going to unravel this part that we made use of our Virgo rollers so that you guys can see how it looks. Okay, and I'm also going to be trying it on for you guys to see. So just like this, always make sure to curve your hands at the top before you come down. If you do that, you're going to have this. So, and that is the sew in, right? So just like this, and then you comb out, alright? You comb, you comb, and there you have it. A properly styled bob wig. There you have it. Now you pay attention, this part is actually still looking very rough, and we actually want it to look like this. So we're going to pay attention carefully and then, replicate that on this part of the hair. Now look at that, okay? I know you want this, I know you want your hair to look like this, and that is the reason why you're coming across the string. So you take a section that you want to work with, just like this. You pin it, take it out of the way. The part that you're not working with actually. Always make sure that to take out every distraction. So if you're not working on a certain section of your hair, always make sure to take it out of the way. Just like that. You're now gonna go in with your straightener, of course. You pull all the way down gently, not so slow and not so fast. Not start from the tip, from the top of the hair all the way to the tip. You don't curve from the top. Not when you get to the tip, you now start curving your hand. Just like I'm doing, like this. You go in, you curve, okay, all the way down, all the way down, like this, and you should have something like this. Alright, so you're gonna comb out now. Okay, if you notice, I really do not use too much of a tool. I just make use of my tail comb and my straightener for this look. Now the same thing, you're gonna repeat the same thing here. Take the section that you're not working with. Always make sure to take out the part that you're not working with off the way to avoid any distraction. So you're gonna comb like that, and then you go in with your straightener gently all the way down. start curving from the top. Some people like to use like their tail comb to guide the hair, but sometimes I do that as well, and sometimes and I still get the same result. Now this is it. You now comb and look at how it just sinks in. Like it's how it just sinks in for me. Now this part has not been styled. This part that has the pin. So we're gonna go ahead and style it, and then the rest of this part. All right. So let's take this out and comb gently. And now we're going to go in with our straightener like this. Notice how this is looking right now, and pay attention how it's going to be looking when we go in with our straightener. Now always make sure to curve your hands when you know you're straightening from the top. Always make sure to curve your hands. That's the only way you're going to achieve the perfectly styled bob wig. Alright. Now look at the hair. Okay. So yeah, basically this is what we have. Alright, look at that. I know you want it. So yeah, let's go to the section. Now we're almost close to the part that we've all been waiting for, which is taking out our vehicle rollers. I'm going to pin out the parts that we're not working on. Take it out of the way. Okay, and then you comb. Now all these little details are what causes frustration when you're not able to achieve the exact thing that you want to achieve because of distraction. Just like this now, that is just like this strand that is falling off. You want to take it out of the way. You just have to pause and take it out of the way, or else you're going to get a very bad result. Now it's out of the way. I can actually walk properly just like this. Take out the part that you want to work with, just like this. And then you're going to comb. Always make sure that you don't take back the strands or the hair that you've actually worked on. So you just comb gently. Okay, you comb, okay, and then you're going to go in with your straightener. I think I dropped mine on the floor. You're going to go in with your straightener like this. You curve from the beginning, from the top all the way to the tip. Because if you want to start curving from the tip, it's not gonna give you that perfectly styled bob wig. So just like this, and you come down, and this is what you should have. Okay. Now let's comb this and see. Look at that. Look at that. So this is what you want on the entire hair. So we take a section that we want to work with, just like this. Mind you, we're still going to take out these Virgo rulers when we're done. We're almost done. We're close. So as soon as we finish, we take it out, and I'm also going to like put on the wig and see what it looks like. So we comb and then go in with our hot tool like this all the way from the top. Don't do this, okay? Just make sure to come up here, and then you curve all the way gently, all the way down, all the way down. Alright, all the way down, and you're gonna have this beautiful result all the way down. Okay, look at that, look at that, look at that lush. So let's continue. Take a section, and then you pin it. You pin the part that you're not working on, basically taking it out of the way, and then you comb. And now you can now go in with the straightener all the way down. Start from the top. You start curving from the top, not at the bottom, not at the tip either. And then you just do this, alright, and you comb and you see how, look at that, regardless of how you toss this hair, when you come back, it's going to fall back. You guys get? So you can just shake it anyhow you want to shake. Let me not shake it too much so my my Virgo rollers don't fall down. So regardless of how you shake this hair, you're gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Now while this part is like this because we've not styled it, but look at this part. It came back. Now let's continue. So just like that, you take a section and then you pin it. Take out the part that you're not working on, and then you comb and make sure to start coiling from the top. Start bobbing. Hi, Monica Wilson. How are you doing, darling? Thank you for joining. Hope you have a great day today. So you curl all the way down, all the way down, alright, all the way down. Ooh, just like that. And then you're gonna comb. I like that color. I like it too. I had like two. So there's this blonde, which I'm really not feeling. Okay, I'm really not feeling this blonde wig. But I think, and I also think that it doesn't look good on me. But then let me try it on. But I think I prefer this color more. I'm gonna try this color by the time I'm done. Is that a bob? Yes, it is. I'm actually bobbing the hair. I'm trying to like show you how to properly, bob your wig. So this is it. This is the blonde wig. I actually don't think this looks good on me. I think I prefer this wig more. So it's a bob wig. I'm actually trying to like style it in a different way. Hence the way. Thank you. Hence the reason why we have like our Virgo ruler. So we're gonna take out this ruler by the time we're done. But currently, this is what we have. This is what I actually wigged this hair myself. I turned it into a glueless wig. It's actually a full frontal. So look at that. Look at that. The blonde wig. So I really don't think this. Where's my AirPod now? Okay. Found it. Uh, I really don't think that is giving. I actually prefer this color. So I'm gonna finish styling it and then I'll put it on. So yeah, it's a bob wig. Look at that. It's a bob wig. So I'm still styling it. I need that one, the one that using for my birthday. I don't understand you. Please rephrase. I don't understand you. So we're gonna take this, alright, and then I think this came from here. Let me see. This AirPod keeps falling off my ear. I think I'm going to get my mic soon. So yeah, just like that, you comb out. This part has not been styled, right? So we just comb and then we go in with our straightener. Like I said, we're gonna have to start curving our hands from the top if you want to achieve a perfect bob wig. So you curve, okay, and then you curve three times. The one you're rolling up, okay, that's the one you want. Oh, nice. You want it in exact same color. You want it in exact same color, and then you just comb, and you see that your wig is looking this way. Now, let me repeat that on this um, part of the hair. Okay, I'll just repeat that so you understand what I mean, how to properly, bob your wig. Now, look at how this is looking. We're yet to bob this part of the wig. So we'll just take it out like this, take it out. Once you coil it, with the flat iron, do you pin to hold it? No, I don't. I just coil it and I leave it. But then the one I rolled up, if you're talking about this, once you finish coiling, you're most likely going to pin it so the heat goes in properly, like the steam. It takes in all the steam. So I did like a detailed tutorial, and if you want to know how I achieved this, you you're most likely going to have to watch the video from the beginning, because this is the first thing that I did when after coiling, after styling my coiling wig. So now you're going to go in with your straightener. This is a Cloud9 straightener and it's really hot. It's quite affordable and it actually gets the job done. Now when you go in, you just basically curve your hand from the top and then you secure it with your other hand. You curve it from the top and then you secure with your other hand. You curve and then you see that it's giving that bob look already. And then now you can stop and you're going to comb it. I really don't use anything aside when coiling. I use this pin to just secure it, okay, when I'm coiling. And I said each time I stream, I always tell you guys to get this pin. So just like that, okay. So we still have almost done. I'm going to take out um the coil very soon. So now look at this part. We're here to style this part and look at how rough it's looking. So let me take out the other one. So yeah, this is it. Okay, so we're at the last word. So just like that, you're going to take the section that you want to style, just a little. Look at this part now. We're yet to style it. Look at how rough it's looking, and really want it to look this way. So if you want to know how I achieve it, just hold on, and you're going to see it shortly. So just like this, you take a section that you want to work with. You take out the parts that you're not working with, take it out of the way to avoid any distractions, and then you're going to pin to it like this, take it out like this, and then you focus more on the section that you're working on. You comb, okay, you comb it gently. Always make sure that whatever position that you're in, you're comfortable, or else it's also going to affect how you coil. Say how much is that one? This is about 250,000. So you do this, you bob all the way. Always make sure you start bobbing from the top all the way down. Make sure your hands are like this, and then you notice how the bob is just going to fall on the right side. Okay, so just like that, you should have this, just like this. All right, this is what you should have. So I'm gonna repeat the same thing all through until we're done, because we're actually rounding up. So I'm gonna do like the finishing touches so you see the after look of this hair. So you comb after taking out the section you want to work with. You comb. Make sure to comb because of this. Always make sure to comb whenever you apply your product. Whenever it is that you go in with any tools, you make sure to comb. So you comb, and then you're gonna go in with your straightener. Monica, did you hear me? Monica Williams. This is 250,000 naira. So just like this, always make sure to start curving from the top before you get to the tip. It's going to make the hair form, and no matter how you shake this hair, it's never going to lose its shape. It's still going to fall back. Now look at what I mean. Look at that. Look at that. So we're rounding up, okay, we're rounding up. So I'm gonna take out this band from the hair. So you also see I'm taking out the what's it called Virgo roller as well from the hair, and I'm also going to take out the hair itself. So and then I'll try it on so you see what it looks like. So I'll comb it out, go in with my straightener, of course. Go in my straightener. There are other straightener that are good as well. but then I'm not sure how affordable they are, but this is quite affordable. So you curve your hand and then you straighten all the way down. You curve your hands and you straighten all the way down. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'm gonna reply. Now look at that, and then you just comb and it sinks in, right? So the foundation of how you did your prepping, prep your hair and all that is what is going to determine the result at the end of the day. So every step of styling this hair, every step actually matters a lot. Alright. So we're gonna comb after picking the section that you wanna work with, you comb, alright, and then you go in with your straightener just like this. You start curving your hand from the top. Pay close attention to this part. It's actually very, very important. Start curving from the top 3 times. Some people go in more than 3 times. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it's because of how hot the straightener is. So you comb and then you should have this, right? So let's round off. Let's just round off with this part that we're not done with. And then we're going to take out the Virgo roller. So you take a section. I always make sure to work with two strands, two wefts, just like that. You comb, and then you go in with your straightener. And I see some people using their coiler to bob, which is also possible. But I like to use my straightener to bob. So just like that, alright, just like that, and you comb, okay. Now your comb and your straightener should be best friends at this point. Always make sure your comb and your straightener are best friends because they're going to be working hand in hand. So just like this, you take it out and then you comb, and we're going to reveal the final look just now because I'm going to be taking out my Virgo roller and I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly take out your Virgo rollers. So just like this, I'm sure that with this tutorial, now as a rounding up, I'm sure that with this tutorial you've actually learned how to bob your wig. Now if not, you can actually go back and watch the video. But I know that I'm a well detailed teacher, so I don't, I know what I'm doing. And I know that if you follow my tutorial properly, now look at that guys, look at that. This is how your bob wig should look if you actually follow this tutorial you see. Now we're going to be taking out the Virgo rollers, and mind you, when taking out the Virgo rollers, you should take it out to the direction that you want it to face, if that makes any sense. Now we're going to take it out, but first look at this curl. You can, at this point, you can now go in with your um let me turn this off because I actually use the 220 degree, 230 rather. Some straightener has more, but I use 230 to straighten this hair. It's actually very, very hot. So let me turn it off and just take it out because it actually consumes a lot of power. So I'm taking it out, and then yeah, that's it. So look at that. No matter how you shake this, regardless of how you shake this, it's still going to fall back to its original place. Okay? Still going to fall back to its original place. So you just comb just like that. You comb. Okay? And I see how seamless my comb is passing through, and that is because when I was styling this wig, I made sure to comb every part of the wig before I style. Alright? Now this is how it looks from the front. This is how it looks. Now from the back, this is how it looks like. See that well detailed bob. Look at that. Alright. So with this viewpoint of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you are not confused that you're going to be able to, you know, style your bob wig however you want. You don't have to style it only just as a bob wig because you got it as a bob wig. Now let's take out the Virgo rollers to help me God. So I'm gonna take it out towards the direction that I called, or rather direction that I wanted to face. Now this is what you should do. You just do this, and you pull. All right. Um, Now I'm gonna do the same thing here. Take out the pin first, gently, and then you're gonna do this. Like I said, you do this, and then you're gonna pull. Okay. At this point, it might be looking rough, but don't worry. We're gonna fix that. We'll comb out, and then you see how it looks like. I think this was supposed to come towards the direction, but it's okay. So you're gonna take out the pin, and you do this all the way down. Now for the front part, remember we called towards the front direction. So basically going to take it out towards the front. So you take out this gently, and then now you're gonna do this, and that is it. Okay, I know it's not giving right now, but don't worry, you're going to see the after result. Now this is going to basically fall like this towards this direction. This one is going to fall towards the front because that was the direction at which we called. Now, the next thing you want to do is to get our white tooth comb, which of course we're going to spray the white tooth comb before using it. Now, here is the most important part. How do I comb it out? Now, you're not just going to go in and take your comb and start combing. This is what you should do. You spray it, spray generously. Do not be stingy with your product. And next thing you want to do now is carefully comb it towards the back. Okay, comb everything towards the back. Comb everything towards the back. Alright, everything towards the back. This one as well towards the back. And then you're just going to let it fall to the face, just like this. Just like this. So you comb until you've gotten your um result. Okay, you just comb like this all the way to the back. Always make sure to spray your hood spray very well. Look at that. Always make sure to spray your hood spray very well. So we're gonna use forget about the fact that it's looking this way right now. We're gonna use our tail comb to adjust properly so we get a very good clean finishing. So you're gonna repeat the same process here all the way to the back, all the way to the back, all the way to the back. I think I need to spray more of my holding spray. You spray properly and then you go in all the way to the back, all the way. If you did it properly, it should fall on your face by itself, just like that. It should fall on your face just like that by itself, all the way, and then it should fall on the face like this. So I'm gonna use my tail comb to properly define it. So you spray. Each time you want to comb, always make sure to spray the comb that you're using. So just like that. So yeah, this is all we have. This is all we have. You comb until you get your desired result. So this is what I have here, just like that. This is it. So I'm gonna comb again like this all the way to the back. And this is all we have. So guys, this is what we have currently. Alright, this is what we have. Now if you want this right here, this to be facing or to be higher, you need to have to trim your wig. Alright, you're most likely going to have to trim your wig. Okay. Now if you want a detailed tutorial on how to trim your wig, please leave a comment. And I'm going to be leaving a detailed tutorial on how to trim your wig. So this is what we have currently. Remember when we started, I said this part is going to be the bob part. This part of the hair is going to be the bob part. Anyways, guys, this is what we have. This is what we have. So I'm most likely going to try it on so you guys can see what it looks like on me. So yeah, just take out the pin and just pin it. Hi Pat Goldchild, how are you doing? So let me wait so you see. So this is what it looks like. Let me take this out of the way. So guys, this is what it looks like on me. What do you guys think? I actually prefer this color to the brown one. This is how the back looks like. I might make use of the hot comb now because I said I was skeptical. I wasn't sure if I was going to make use of the hot comb, but if this list is high, it's going to give my face a better framing. So I'm going to make use of the hot comb. So you see the difference when you have your tools at home, you can actually do these things yourself. So I'm going to make sure that this is actually on the highest heat level. Uh, okay, I think this part is shaky. Let me make use of this part. They're all the same. Well, I don't know. We'll just have to make use of it like that. So I'll make sure my my hot comb is getting hot. I don't know why this is not stable. So is it stable now? Oh, okay. I really do not know what's going on. Why is it not getting hot? I really don't know what's going on. But anyways, this is what the hair looks like currently. Let me comb it out. Can actually leave it as a bob, or you just curl the front a bit, and then you're good to go. So this is what it looks like. This is what the back looks like. With this, you're most likely going to wear this hair for more than you know the time that you're supposed to. So look at that. I actually made use of my regular because I wanted to see like the volume. But right now it's not giving what it should give. But I like it though. I like it. I like it. I prefer this color over this. This is actually cute, no doubt. But I actually prefer this color. Let me put it on the mannequin so you guys can see what I mean. Let me wear this on the mannequin. This is actually a blonde wig. I actually know that I'm fine now. I'm fine now. I'm fine now. But then look, oh my god, this is so cute. I've never had to style this hair this way. Matter of fact, I wanted to like reduce the length of the hair because I feel like it's too long. But with what I have here, I don't think I'm going to reduce it. I think I like this. I like it even more now. Maybe because I haven't gotten like the right pop style. And I think I'm gonna go out with this one tomorrow. Look at that. I usually styled this hair on the stream. Like look at the finished look. Look at the finished look. It's actually very cute. Hi Tommy, what kind of comb is that? This is a tail comb. The tail comb is actually broken. I've had it for a while. I have another one. I have it in pink. I have it in black. But I most likely just like making use of this one. So I'm going to change it. Now look at that. This is beautiful. I think I like this color. I prefer it over this. This is not really giving for me. I really don't like this color that much. I really don't like it. What is it called? To get my wife is asking. Okay, this is a tail comb. Tail as in Tail. Tail. The tail comb. It's actually used for styling your wig. Look at that. Tommy, did you get the name? The tail comb. So look at that. I like this. I like this color. I actually colored this hair myself. I colored and styled it. I just finished styling it and I thought to put it on. So you see the difference. The back is just everything. You notice that when you comb it to the side or to the back, it still falls back to where it's meant to be. You're welcome, Tommy. So it still falls where it's meant to be. Please, guys, let's like the stream. Thank you. So yeah, that's basically it for this bob wig. I'm gonna be wearing it tomorrow, like I said, most likely. And yeah, some people wear their wig like this, but I don't think it's normal. You have to put it back a bit, and then there you have it. So let me try this blonde one. I've actually worn this blonde wig for I think this, wearing it now is going to make it 3 times that I've worn it. For anyways, I really like this more than the blonde. I really like this. So I also styled this coily one here. I'm just going to do like the finishing touches on here and then I'm going to package it. So let's take this blonde out and focus on the coily wig. Alright. So let me just get my hold spray. I think I have it here already. And then I'm gonna get my hold spray. I didn't really apply a lot, but let me apply my holding spray on this. Holding spray helps, you know, get rid of flyaways on your hair, and it also helps for you to firm your closure area properly, just like that. So I'm gonna get this wig was styled on my stream yesterday. So I'm gonna get like my foundation. If you do not have like the actual thing, lace tint, just like this. This is brown, as you can see. If you don't have the lace tint, you can actually make use of your foundation. Since you have like your color, your foundation, yeah, you can make use of that. So I'm gonna get like my foundation and just define the center of this hair. It's already brown because it was already bleached from the beginning, but you have to like give it this finishing touch. So let me just get the foundation and I'm going to start it. Let's round off. Let's wrap it up. So yeah, but this is what I mean by your foundation. So this is actually it depends on the shade of the person. So this is actually my shade. So I'm gonna use this to style it for my clients because we're almost of the same complexion. I'm just a bit lighter than her. So what I'm going to do now is to take this foundation brush. This is for those of you that do not have like for those of you that do not have the actual things and you want your hairline to have this natural look, just like mine. So you're going to basically take a little of this foundation, just small, not too much, just a little of this foundation, like I'm doing, just small. And now you're going to pay attention to the line, right? Pay attention to where it starts. Don't overdo it. Now you're going to go in just a little, okay? Just a little. Make sure it doesn't touch the head. You're just basically doing this on the lip, all right? You're doing this on the lip alone. Now, if you feel like it's not enough, you can go ahead and add more, all right? So you take more. Just make sure that it's not too much. So you take more like this, and then you're gonna add it. Avoid the front because you literally started from the front and you do not want it to be heavy over there. So yeah, basically you successfully defined it. Now you see how dark it's looking now and natural. That is what you want to achieve when you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little serum again. Already I have applied my serum and this hair is good to go. Okay. So I'm going to apply a little more because coily hairs like serum and serum likes coily hairs. So let's apply it. But first, make sure to take out the foundation from your hand because you really do not want it to stain your wig. Like I said, everything about wig styling has to be intentional. It has to be very intentional and you really need to pay close attention. So you take out the foundation and this is the hair serum. You can call it hair oil, but this is the hair serum that I use. So I'll just take a little. Now this is basically the finishing touch. I literally styled this coily wig. It was very very full as I when I brought it up here. I think it was 2 streams ago, and then yeah, that's pretty much it, and that's it. Now spot the shine on this area. Let me bring it down. Spot the shine on this area. Now that is what the serum does for you, just like that. And you see how even the rest of the hair is shiny. But if you feel like it's still not shiny, you can still go ahead and apply more, just like me. Apply more, apply more, apply more. You can't apply too much. Like you need the serum now for the shine. When I apply it, you see the shine. That is what exactly what you need. Look at that. Look at how shiny that is. Now that is exactly what you need. Okay. Yeah. And voila, this hair is ready to go meet her new owner. So I need to package it need my packaging nylon to pack it. Alright, the front doesn't look. If you still want more serum, you can go ahead to apply more serum. But at this point, I think the serum is enough. So guys, this is what we have. Let me raise it up properly so you guys can see clearly. So this is what we have after styling this beauty. If you want your hair to look this shiny, always make sure to subscribe to my channel and then like the stream. And I'm going to be doing a detailed tutorial on how you can achieve this. And leave a comment if you still want me to repeat this process. I also still have another curly wig that I'm going to be most likely styling tomorrow evening, just like this. Okay. Now this is how this other hair came in. This hair right here came in looking like this, all rough and tacky, and I was able to style it to this. So if you want to see me style this other wig tomorrow, I would advise that you subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notification for when next I go live, and I want you to hit the subscribe button as well. And I also styled this wig as well today. If you want to know how I achieved this look as well, you can also go and check out the stream. The From the beginning, I defined this first, and then I went ahead to style this one. Alright, and this is what we have. This is what we have. Literally, this is what we have. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments and I'll reply you. For the meantime, I'm gonna clear up my space. Alright, so this is it. It's actually the long I wore this wig, but each time you wear it, it gives you this chic look. For each time you wear it, it gives you this chic look. Look at the back. No matter how much you flip it, it's still going to fall back in place. And that is because it was properly styled. Alright? And look at that. So yeah, you should be able to do this and then your wig will still remain in place and you're not scared of, oh, if I scatter this wig now, it's going to be difficult for me to style back. No. I'm going to do this, right? And just with this, look at, it's still in place. Worst case scenario, I'm going to just comb it and to fall back in place. That is because it was properly styled. It was properly styled. If it's not properly styled, it's most likely not going to fall in place. Alright, look at that. It still fell back in place. Yeah, you want your hair to look like this, trust me. Please hit the subscribe button and you're good to go. So let me take it off. Yeah, so tada, this is it. So I'm gonna be styling the coily wig as well as the blonde wig tomorrow. So guys, look at this. Okay, I'm going to hang it this way, and tomorrow morning, trust me, I'm going to take it out, and it's still going to be looking the same. Look at that. It's still going to be looking the same. Look at, so this is a properly styled bob wig by me, of course. I'm your number one hair tutorial, a wig stylist. Don't play. Look at that. Just like that. Successfully styled this hair. So yeah. Let me pack this on, like I said. I'm going to pack this now. Hey baby. Alright. I'm rounding up. I just want to pack this Christy's hair. Done. Thank you. This is my hair now. I forgot it. Thanks, baby. Now, if you do not want to achieve a rough walk, when styling, you need this transparent packaging nylon, especially for a very, very long wig like this. You need a very transparent nylon. Now, you're going to take out the wig from, you know, the mannequin head, just like this, gently, and, you know, properly. This is what the wig looks like when it's been taken out from the mannequin. Alright, just like that, just like that. You're going to now pack it into the bag gently, of course. So just like this, I'm gonna do this. Okay, gently. Be careful when putting in the closure area, just like that. And then this is the coily wig. You can actually fold the the hair if you want. Alright, so I'm gonna pack it now and show you what I mean. Basically, with coily wigs, you really do not want to do too much, and this is the final result. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it aside, and yeah, that is it. And this one, now I feel like I'm going to wear it and sleep. Now, this right here is the holding spray that I use when styling my coily hair. Okay, this is the hoodie spray that I use when styling my hood and curly hair. And then I also have the other ones that I use as well. I have the ultra set. Let me see if I still have like the pack here. So yeah guys, so I have the um ultra set holding spray. So this is the Nova holding spray. This is the ultra set holding spray. So each time I use both of them, I actually achieved a different kind of result. They are actually good results actually, but not the same, not similar results. So but if you ask me which one my favorite is, guess which one my favorite is. This is ultra set, this is Nova, as you can see. This is Nova, this is ultra set. So guess which one my favorite is. Guess. Which one do you think is my favorite? mm 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 I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to guess which one my favorite is while I clear up my space or talk about other products. But yeah, this product they actually get the job done for me. And that being said, I have the Ultra Set hair mousse. This is another product that I would advise anybody to get. You know how when you're done styling your curly hair or your bouncy hair, and by the way, I made a video talking about, or rather, a detailed tutorial on how to properly style your bouncy wig. You know how to properly curl your bouncy wig using just water and hair mousse. Yeah, if you've not seen the video, I would advise you to watch the video. Now, this right here, this ultra set hair mousse is actually one of the best. It doesn't leave any white cast when styling. This like comes out. Like it's actually very, very good. I like the images of it. There's another one called, I think is it Dove? I don't remember. That one too is also very, very good. This is actually very good. And then when you're done, it leaves this shine on your hair, like you always have this shine. Now you're going to see how it's going to make my hand shine when it's dry, when it has dried up, right? It has this shine when you're done. Look at that shine. When you're done styling, you're going to see how your hair is going to be shiny even without you applying your serum. That is what this ultra set holding spray is going to do for you. And it also has like content of alcohol in it. There's water, Yeah, so it gets the job done. Now, I also have this hair serum, which I've always talked about each time I'm streaming. This hair serum is a Lucida hair serum, and this hair serum always is it Lucida or Loa Days. I always like to call it Lucida. I don't know why, but this hair serum always gets the job done. It's actually a lightweight serum. Yeah, it's a lightweight serum. If you want something that you can use regularly to style your wig generally, like any um any kind of wig at all, I think you should go for this. It's a midweight serum rather, not a lightweight, not a heavyweight serum. Yeah. If you use now the difference is when you use a heavyweight serum on your hair, what it does is that you're basically you're basically what do I say? Is it piling up products on your hair, or you're basically what's that word now? You're building up, yeah, you're building up there's going to be a lot of product build up on your hair when you use a heavyweight serum. And when you use a lightweight serum, the thing about lightweight serum is that it's going to give you like an instant shine, right? It's going to give you an instant shine, like your hair is going to shine immediately, and after 2 or 3 days, it's looking dried, and then you need to apply again. But with a midway serum, you can apply the serum just once, and then you're going to wear it for a very long, wear your hair for a very long time without having to apply, hair serum again in most cases. Now, um, that being said, this is actually my Virgo ruler. I already explained what this Virgo ruler does, although I tried to use it to achieve something today and that was a disaster, but it's all good. We're here now. Now, the next thing is, what do I want to talk about again? Actually, hair, my heat protectants. Now, so long as you have any hair that needs styling, any hair that you're going to be making use of hot tools on, it's actually advisable that you have like a heat protectant, especially those of you that like to style your wig at home. You should have either of these heat protectants. Now you can clearly see what is written there: heat defense and leave-in spray. So you should have this heat protectant. It cannot be overly emphasized. So before going in with your hot tools, always make sure to just spray it a little, and that's it. You're good to go. Now the next thing you want to do after spraying is when you now go in with your hair serum, and then you're good to go. All right. And then what's the next thing? That's pretty much it. And that being said, I'm going to be styling this wig tomorrow, and I want to see you guys on the stream. Trust me. And yeah, this is the result of the one that I just styled today, and this is what it looks like. It's actually a bob wig. So bob wig. This is what it looks like. So if you also want to know how I achieved this, I made like a whole lengthy content about it on this stream actually. You can go and watch from the beginning. Now, this is the hair mousse that I advertised earlier. This is what it looks like. It's actually dried now, and you can still see how shiny my hand is. Now, this hair mousse actually gets the job done for me each time. Like, it never failed. And another thing that we're actually sleeping on is actually this pin. I used to have like a whole 2 packs of this pin, but you know how these pins, you just misplace them without knowing. That's actually my case. That is what happened. And what this pin does for you is, say for instance, you're styling a wig and you really need to like move a section out of the face. Basically, if you've done that, look at that, you've moved out of the face. Or maybe you're coiling a wig, and then after coiling, you know how after coiling you just want to secure your curls, you should get the spin as well. I will keep talking about the spin. I will keep talking about the spin. Now, that's that. What else? Yeah, that's basically it. I'm just gonna clear up my space, guys. Whew. Let me first put this pin inside. Now I said you guys should um tell me which is my favorite, and nobody has actually said anything. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna say that this also says here is my favorite, and this is my second favorite, the Nova holding spray. Ta-da! And they always get the job done for me each time. Yeah. So let me clear my space. Now I really don't think I'm gonna wear this wig to do that. I'm just gonna put it here. Let me wear it on this mannequin. You guys already seen my natural hair. Yeah. So it's not still the needful. Please, 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 please. Pam, pam, pam. Surviving, surviving, for my soul is living. Even, surviving, surviving, for my soul is living. Iwe ebani bala sabi abala abasala abani ekumari abasala ebani bala sabi ebani bala sabi ekumari abasala He brought me out of darkness. Easy. He set my feet upon the rock. Easy. He pulling me from the sea. And I'm shout, hallelujah. Easy, 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 easy. I said my feelings, I am so, so feeling. Baby, just eat again. Babe. Igwe my father, Igwe my Lord, Igwe my king, Igwe my Lord. I never see this kind of love, I never see this kind of love before. Yeah, 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 looking is a lot of love. Yeah, 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 yeah. I really don't know where I got the energy to do this. But I'm so tired. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's wrong with me, sir? King of kings and Lord of lords. I will bow to worship you, the Lord of light. Easy, easy, yeah. Let's go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's song that we dance to when we're still, very little. Because I'm still a baby girl. Okay, but that's what we used to dance when we were little. He my father, he my Lord. He my time, when I see his time, when I see his time, I've got before. Yeah, 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 yeah. King of kings and Lord of lords, everything the Lord of lords. King of kings and Lord of lords. Yeah, yeah. Let's go, let's go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. How about worshiping, worshiping the Lord of lords. King of kings and Lord of lords, our King and Lord of lords. Even, even, oh God, worship you, the King of Lord. Even, even. Trying to clean up my space. I just finished working. I really don't like hairs. My husband as well, he doesn't like hairs, but what can we do? What can we do? That's my job. So going to be, I need to get like a whole space where I know that this is my space and I'm going to be working here. And I'll just know that, oh, hi, Peace, Eze, how are you doing, baby? Thank you for joining, Peace. So I just know, oh, this is my space. Hello, Peace. I worship you alone. King of kings and Lord. Oh, Peace, how are you? I'm fine, I'm good. How are you doing, Peace? I just finished working on this hair. I'm trying to clean my space and just, get ready for bed. I'm so tired, like standing. I've been standing since, and I have waist pain. Yeah. Peace, where are you from? Where are you watching me from? Are you a hairstylist or you're just a hair lover? Because my video to pop on your timeline means that you're either of those. You like hair or oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. It's like my back here. Literally, you know how they say when you stand too much, you're going to start having back pain. Yeah, that's what is happening to me. Please leave a like on the stream. Thank you. That would actually go a long way. Yeah. I want to worship you. You can belong. I'm I'm tired though. I'm still here performing for you guys. I need to go and rest and shower. Like I'm gonna take a very warm shower and a very long one at that. Ah, God. I'm gonna take care of myself. It's nice. Oh, about worship. I actually need to clean this kitchen as well. I like to make sure that everywhere is clean before I go to bed. But it's actually, really nice when you come out in the morning and then especially my kitchen, I come out and I see that my kitchen is really clean. Oh my god, I used to like it so much. So I'll just clean it and then sleep. In the morning, it's all fresh and clean. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Although my help is coming tomorrow, she's going to do the rest, but I can't sleep knowing that my kitchen is looking this way. Not all that messy, but yeah, it's actually looking in, certain type of way that I don't like, and I can't sleep well if it's looking that way. And yeah, let me just shower and I'm good to go. Oh, my wrist, so painful. Alright, please, I love you, please. Thank you so much, please. So guys, I've just finished styling this hair and I'm just, basically waiting for, I'm just trying to clean my face. Honestly, I'm not waiting for anything. Look at how tired and exhausted I look. It's just clear that I'm tired and exhausted. Very, very clear. I need rest. Hey, I'm from Enugu. Where are you from? Oh, my sister. Clock it. I'm from Ebonyi State. Is that an Igbo as well? Where are you based currently? Are you based in Enugu, or you're just chatting from there? Ah, trying to bring this hair down. So I've just finished styling this hair. I just want to rest, honestly. I just want to rest. It's already past 9. I need to go and shower and have dinner and sleep and get ready for tomorrow. I'm most likely going to also make food for my baby. Anyways, guys, we've come to the end of the stream. If you have any question about wig styling, always make sure to leave a comment and I'm going to reply you. Over here, we don't snob and we do not gatekeep. Always make sure to tell you exactly what you need to learn. Any questions at all that you ask concerning whatever it is that is going on, we make sure to, tell you that. So do well to subscribe to this channel and I'll see you guys on my next stream. I love you guys. Bye.